If you really want to understand our planet, its past, its present, and where it's headed, there's really only one place to go. So we're going to take a journey to the coldest, driest, and windiest continent on Earth, Antarctica. It's a place that literally holds the secrets of our world, frozen in time.
So picture this. You're aboard a Russian research vessel, the Academic Shakalsky. And this isn't just some cruise, it is a full-on expedition, pointing straight for the bottom of the world. We're heading to a continent that honestly challenges everything you think you know about our planet.
And after more than 100 hours of nonstop travel, you finally arrive. And that first feeling you get when you see Antarctica's endless white landscape, it's not just awe. It's a deep sense of relief, followed by this profound wonder at just how immense, how massive it all is.
The scale of this trip is just staggering. It starts in Madras, just 13 degrees north of the equator. From there, you have to cross 9 time zones, pass through 6 different checkpoints, and navigate 3 huge bodies of water. This was no quick flight. It was a true pilgrimage to the last truly wild place on Earth.
And this is where it starts to get really mind-bending. When you're standing on that ice, you have to wrap your head around the fact that India and Antarctica, they were once part of the exact same chunk of land, a lost supercontinent called Gondwana.
Let's rewind the clock. Way, way back. About 650 million years ago, this supercontinent, Gondwana, was a real thing. And for an incredible 500 million years, it was a warm, vibrant place, just teeming with life. It wasn't until after the dinosaurs got wiped out that this giant landmass started to break apart, eventually forming the globe that we all recognize today.
It's almost impossible to really grasp that amount of time, right? In those millions of years, India drifted north and just slammed into Asia, creating the Himalayas. South America broke off and floated west, which opened up a new passage of water, and that allowed a freezing cold current to circle Antarctica, turning it into the icy, isolated place we know today.
So after thinking about these immense geological timescales, we kind of have to turn the focus back on us, our own story. And geologically speaking, we've only been here for a fleeting moment. But wow, have we made a ruckus.
And the difference is it's so stark. Look at this. On one side, you have Antarctica, a world with no signs of people, no trees, no buildings, no billboards. And then on the other side, well, that's us. We've carved out our dominance everywhere with our villages, towns, and these sprawling megacities.
Here's a way to think about it. If you imagine the Earth's entire history as a 24-hour clock, our whole civilization, all 12,000 years of it, is just a few seconds. And in those few seconds, we have managed to create a legacy and fundamentally change the climate of our planet.
And it's precisely because of that rapid human-caused change that Antarctica is so unbelievably important. It's not just some remote icy desert. No, it's the crucial element. It holds the key to the entire climate debate.
So why is that? Well, for one, it's never had a permanent human population, so it's still relatively pristine. But more importantly, scientists can drill deep into the ice and pull out these things called ice cores. These are basically layers of ancient snow that trap tiny bubbles of air, holding carbon records from 500,000 years ago. They're like perfect little time capsules. If we want to understand where we're going, we have to look at this preserved record of where we've been. Okay, so understanding the data from the ice is one thing, but what do we actually do with that knowledge? Well, there's this incredible program that shows exactly how you can turn these lessons from the ice into real action.
It's called Students on Ice, and it takes high school students, the next generation of leaders and policymakers, to the ends of the Earth. Because look, it's one thing to read about melting ice caps in a textbook. It's something else entirely to see glaciers physically retreating and ice shelves collapsing with your own 2 eyes. That's the kind of life-changing experience that makes you want to act.
And some of the most powerful lessons down there come from the absolute smallest organisms. I want you to meet phytoplankton. These are microscopic plants, basically the grass of the sea, and they are the foundation for the entire Southern Ocean food chain. Not only do they feed everything there, but through photosynthesis, they also produce at least half of the oxygen in our atmosphere.
In an ecosystem as simple as Antarctica's, you can really see how tiny little changes can have massive, massive consequences. Scientists are warning that as the ozone layer depletes, it affects the phytoplankton, and that in turn affects the entire marine food web and the global carbon cycle. It's such a great metaphor for life, isn't it? Take care of the small things, and the big things will fall into place. All of this, the history, the science, the lessons, it all builds to this one final powerful epiphany. Just short of the Antarctic Circle, the ship gets wedged in the ice and can't go any further. And then, the captain gets on the intercom and gives an order you'd never expect. Everybody, get ready to walk on the ocean.
So all 52 people, decked out in their heavy-duty Gore-Tex gear, climb down the gangplank. They step out onto this vast, stark whiteness that seems to go on forever. They are literally walking on the sea.
And beneath their feet, there's this thick sheet of sea ice. And how thick is it? Just 1 single meter.
And under that 1 meter of ice, 180 meters of living, breathing, cold, salt water. Standing there on that thin, frozen layer, floating above the deep. In that moment, it all connects. It's a total revelation. After an experience like that, after you've seen the raw beauty and the delicate balance of our planet firsthand, you're left with this one haunting question. We know Antarctica used to be a warm place. What would actually happen if it goes back to being that way again?
And the follow-up question is even bigger. If that happens, will we even be around to see it? Or will we have gone the way of the dinosaurs and the woolly mammoths? Who's to say, right? But after seeing the idealism of those students, all ready to save the world, you realize something. A lot can happen in a million years, for sure. But what a difference a single day can make.